ETSU Public Safety officers have all the police powers necessary to enforce all state laws, as well as rules and regulations of ETSU's governing body. They are also certified firefighters and are first responders to any on-campus emergency. Public safety is available 24 hours per day, 365 days per year. Their offices are located at the main entrance to campus off University Parkway. Here's some information about campus safety. ETSU offers several services and programs to assist and promote the creation of a safe campus environment. Keep in mind there are many emergency phones located throughout campus. Those phones have a direct line to the public safety office. There is also a campus escort service called Safe Voyage that enables you to call for someone to go with you to your car or across campus late at night. ETSU also offers Gold Alert system, which includes campus emails, sirens, emergency announcements, and text alerts. Anyone can sign up to receive Gold Alert texts and announcements. They can do this by visiting the ETSU Gold Alert homepage. It is vital for personal safety to be aware of one's surroundings. Listen to your inner voice and your gut instincts. Every situation is different, and there is no one way to secure that you will not become a victim, but one can take measures that will reduce their chances. To learn more about these measures, please visit our website. If something seems wrong, it probably is. Be able to recognize these feelings and situations and avoid them. There are two types of crime. One, crimes of property, in which a person tends to damage the property of another or deprives the rightful owner of his or her property. The second one is crimes against a person. Crimes against another person is more difficult to understand and much more serious than crimes against property. Violent crimes can happen to anyone. The violent crimes that typically happen to men are done by other men and do not have the same motives, outcomes, or long-term effects as those that happen to women. For these reasons, we are going to focus on these violent crimes that happen daily, and although we will be using women as the victim and men as the offender, keep in mind that this does not mean it can't happen to men. The majority of domestic violence victims are women. 1 in 3 women report being physically or sexually abused by a husband or a boyfriend at some point during their lives. These types of abuse include physical, sexual, emotional, economic, or psychological actions, or threats of actions that influence another person. Sexual assault is an unwanted sexual contact, such as fondling, any sexual contact that doesn't include sexual penetration. Every 2 minutes in the U.S., someone is sexually assaulted. Women enter their first year in college are 3 times more likely to be a victim of sexual assault. Rape is when an unwanted sexual contact goes a step further and penetration is made. Penetration includes vaginal, anal, or oral, and can be made by a body part or an object. 1 in 3 women have been or will be a victim of attempted or completed rape. There are 4 groups that rape is categorized into: acquaintance rape, date rape, marital rape, and stranger rape. All 4 categories are rape. There is no distinction in these in the eyes of the law. Rape is rape, no matter what adjective you place in front of it. No means no, whether it is from a stranger or from a spouse. Illegal substances and alcohol are not permitted on campus. Each incident will be handled by public safety, and the appropriate legal and campus actions will be taken. Date rape drugs are referred to as predatory drugs. Alcohol is the number 1 date rape drug used. It is easily accessible and cheap. Rufalin, also known as roofies, is a sedative drug and comes in a pill form. The effects take place within 20 to 30 minutes of ingestion. GHB is also known as Liquid X. This drug is also a sedative, but also works as a depressant of the central nervous system. The effects of this drug occur within 15 minutes. Ketamine is a sedative and in history was used as an anesthetic. This drug can be used in liquid form or made into powder. When ingested, the effects are seen within 10 to 15 minutes. Ecstasy is probably the most widely known, but is the total opposite from the other drugs mentioned. Ecstasy is a stimulant and a hallucinogenic that makes all 5 senses increase. This drug is found in pill form, and the effects are seen within 20 to 40 minutes. None of these drugs should be taken with alcohol. Stalking means a willful course of conduct involving repeated or continuing harassment of another individual. Stalking causes a reasonable person to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, or molested. A stalker can be someone you know well, or maybe not at all. Most have dated or have been involved with the person they stalk. Abduction is any force or threat against a person's will that restricts their freedom of movement or desire to leave. If safety precautions are taken, then one can reduce their chances of abduction. When reporting a crime, call 911 for all emergencies. If you are calling 911 from a cell phone, make sure that you state you are in Johnson City and at East Tennessee State University. For all non-emergencies, call Public Safety. If you are a victim of violent crime, it is important that you get to a safe place as soon as possible. If you are a victim of a sexual crime, it is important to get to a safe place as well as seek medical attention. For more information, go to the ETSU homepage and follow the links to safety, public safety, or to the Counseling Center websites. The Counseling Center also has information regarding advocacy programs for those who have been a victim of sexual-based crimes. In conclusion, we encourage everyone to complete the Sexual Harassment Prevention Program online, so you'll be able to recognize and respond in an effective way.